So I suppose I'll go back a couple of years to when I first joined the company. Within the first few months, a request came from our CEO, and he was looking for 2 years worth of comp data for all global employees. And in international, we didn't really have a lot of historic records on file on systems, and when we did have them, they were in different formats and with different pay items each month, and columns had moved on spreadsheets and stuff. So it took me, I was there on my own at that point, and it took me about two weeks to complete that task, and that was working late in the evenings and weekends as well. And straight away, I just said this can't continue, because it's something that has come up in every company I've worked in. CEO or CFO or the head of HR, somebody has come looking for comp data at some point. So from those 2 points really is where we ended up moving to Payslip and getting into the reporting field. So with the reporting, there was kind of a project in itself. I suppose we would have thought that our payroll data was standardized and our process was standardized. But as soon as we kind of started working towards the reporting module, we kind of realized that it wasn't maybe as standard as we had thought in some countries. So I suppose over the course of a couple of years, with different bonus schemes being introduced and some being retired, things had changed on our internal systems, but not necessarily on payroll. In other cases, we may have had our local payroll vendors may have just set up one pay type called bonus on their system, and they could have entered several different bonuses into that. So one of the questions came up when we were talking to the CEO about this project. One of the questions came up about could we just use our finance system for that? So we actually use NetSuite for finance, but it doesn't really give us that level of granular detail where we see the different pay elements and different bonus types or the different pay types that we've set up. It's just really your account code and your cost center or department code. So with this kind of a reporting setup, we really get that granular detail. We set up all new pay elements with our payroll vendors, and we mapped them to global pay types in the system. So we can now run reports, and we can get data by category if you want. So like just a particular bonus category, and all bonuses fall under that. Or we can go into more granular detail, and we can get all the different various types of bonuses split out on a report. And we can do that by employee. We can do it by country. We can do it by even payroll within those countries if we have two payrolls in operation per country. So it's been quite a challenging time to get the data right, and I think that's the key to the reporting piece. It's your data that's gone into the system. It's what will, if you put in bad data, you're going to get bad results out. So the real key for us was to review all of our pay codes or pay elements in all the different countries, try and standardize them all if we could, and then map them all to global names within the reporting system. And it's been a huge help to us. From the review and analysis side of it, we use it every month for approving our payroll, because we can see prior period versus this period. And also then for the accounting piece, we can actually use our reporting to do our flux commentary. So again, we look at month on month, quarter on quarter, or even year on year. Again, it's all called out on the reporting. Previously, we would have been going back through several different spreadsheets. Like if you're talking quarter on quarter report review and analysis, you're probably going to be looking at 6 different spreadsheets for one country to get the results that you need. So with reporting set up properly, we can just run a report now, and straight away we can spot, the commission payments went up this month because there was a year-end true-up payment went out at the end of the year or something like that. It's very easy to see it that way. So that's kind of where we're spending a lot of our time at the moment. It's in that review and analysis for our month end and for our payroll approval.